We played our songs and felt the London sky resting on our hands. It was God's land. It was rugged and naive. It was heaven. All right, sweetie. Should we get started? Let's do it! Hey, would you do me a favor? What's that? Could you teleport me about 3 feet over there? You don't just want to walk? No, I'm feeling kind of lazy. All right, hang on. 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Oh yeah, this is much better. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO! And welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and this is the lovely and the talented Natasha. Pikadon BOOZHOO, Weenie Mushane. Say hello, sweetie. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And over here, of course, once again, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon BOOZHOO Nichi. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. And today, we ask the question, how do you say Earthling son in Ojibwe? Earthling son? Why Earthling son? Because that's the video I want to play. Okay. In the Anishinaabe culture, your son, if I wanted to say my son, I would say in Gozes, my son. Your son would be Gin Gozes, Gi Gozes, Gin Gozes. I don't know. Gi is you, Ni or in is me, in Gozes is my son. Nindanis is my daughter. In Gozes. But an earth person, kind of an earthling, you have to think, the word for earth is Aki. And even though everybody thinks Anishinaabe means Indian, it actually means a person, a human being. So here's a song. This song is about getting a visit from, well, Stephen, from an alien. And alien you wake up and the alien's on your bed. And he starts asking about your mom. And you realize, uh-oh. This guy's got a history with my mom. And maybe in the end the alien's like, well, it's time to go, my earthling son. Because lots of times, you know, those old abduction stories? Yeah. They used to talk about how the ladies would get impregnated by an alien. It's like, oh, I'm having a love child of a great alien. But you never think that you might be, maybe an alien came down, abducted your mom, and made you. I mean, what if, huh? What if? This is Earthling son. Gwetch Bizendawi egg.
Hey, Stephen, how you doing today? I'm doing quite well, Natasha. How are you?
Late last night in my bedroom, a stranger came from beyond the moon, and he said he was here to learn and to teach that which was beyond our reach. His eyes were huge and his mouth was small. He moved like liquid at 4 feet tall. I was so scared I was screaming inside. Then he gave me a smoke. It eased my mind. We spoke about space and a lost earthling lover. I felt kinda strange she been since I've been away? Casting shadows from electric blue light. An alien sat on my bed last night, and I saw my reflection in his ebony eyes. Then I knew the truth and I knew the lies. He said, "You're my flesh and my blood, you're my precious one. You're my flesh and my blood, but it's time to go. My earthling son." Earthling son, it's time to go. Earthling son, earthling son, it's time we go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to
Oh, old Steven just blows up the ISS.
Yeah. You don't believe in the International Space Station, do you?
Do I believe the space station is floating around twice as fast as a bullet, floating in no gravity outer space? No.
Me either.
Hey, how you doing? BOOZHOO. Oh, here comes the BOOZHOO crew, sweetie.
Who's in first?
Shelly's on first. What's on second? I don't know who's on third. No. Let's get a gold star for Shelly Ham.
Shelly Ham, gold star. Hey, BOOZHOO, Shelly.
BOOZHOO, Shelly. Oh, Jessica Waboos is back. We were worried about you. I was wondering what happened to Jessica.
Well, we come on at different times all the time. We're not going to see the same people.
I know. But I'm glad she's back. How you doing, BOOZHOO? Let's give her some silver.
A little silver star for superstar Jessica.
Okay. And here comes Jim with a picture of Steven and a peace sign and a smile. What's up, Jim? Actually, you know what? I don't like this sign anymore.
Why not? The peace sign?
Yeah, it's not a peace sign. It's the Baphomet sign.
Is it really?
Yeah. I guess that's the hidden meaning of the peace sign. It's actually a satanic. It's like the OK sign. Actually means 3 6s.
Yeah. Everything's so satanic.
Yeah. But Jim Dunn's bronze star isn't a satanic.
It's a pentagram.
Ah, crap. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's give it to him anyway. How you doing, Jim? BOOZHOO. Okay, hey, here comes Grassroots pulling in fourth. Got nothing for fourth place, sorry.
We don't even have a participation trophy?
No, I told you before. We don't cater to the millennials. No participation trophies, no parting gifts. What would they do for the losers on those game shows?
Oh, they would have like a consolation prize.
A consolation prize. Well, you didn't win, but your consolation prize is... I don't know what. 2-week paid vacation on the International Space Station. Oh. The International Space Station, the ISS. Do we still have a picture of it, sweetie?
I don't know. I think we got rid of it.
Ah, good. I don't know. Hey, what day is it today? It's the 5th day. Nano geese are good. It is the 5th day. It's the 5th. You know John Redcorn, sweetie? Yeah, I know John. John thinks the 5th day is a day to drink a 5th of whiskey. John, that's not what it means. It's just a 5th day in a row, you know, like Monday is the first day and so on. This isn't an excuse to get wasted. Get wasted. Yeah, that's such an 80s expression. I know. I still have all the 80s like, hey man, you want to go get wasted? That'd be gnarly. Oh, gag me with a spoon. The 80s. But anyway, we were talking about Stephen, about aliens. Aki is the earth. An Anishinaabe is a human being. So naturally, an earth Anishinaabe, an earth human being would be like an earthling. Although animals are earthlings too, aren't they? Yeah, I suppose they are. Anything. I mean, trees are earthlings if you really want to get general about it. But then I always thought this was interesting. Ishpeming. Ishpeming means like above or something that's in the sky. They say the stars are Ishpeming, Anang, or Ishpeming, are in the sky. But then when they tell stories of like where summer came from or whatever, there's a story where one of the animals goes up to the sky, to the Ishpeming, and he breaks through. And he lets in the warm air and the birds. I think that's where the birds come from. They come from the other side of the sky, of the Ishpeming. And you go, what? How does something come from the other side of the sky? Unless maybe it's the firmament. And who was telling us that, I read something in the BOOZHOO crew page, how butterflies in one of our languages or something has something to do with like a piece of the firmament. Really? Yeah. There's something very magical about butterflies that I don't quite understand. But Ishpeming means kind of the firmament. It doesn't mean heaven. Abiyan is heaven, like the other afterlife. Ishpeming is the place where the stars are, up above. And so sometimes people say, oh, what's the Ojibwe word for an alien? Well, we'd probably call them an Ishpeming Anishinaabe or something. Anang Shinab, a star person. But, you know, even modern natives get confused when they believe in outer space. You know, they try to read into the old stories. Like there was a story about the, what's she called? Buffalo calf woman, maybe? And her 7 brothers. Or 6 brothers. Some people say that what they call the Devil's Tower in Wyoming or wherever that is. Some people call that a bear tree. Or, wait, how's that work? I forget what we call it in the language, but here's a story where there were buffalo calf women back in the days of their grandfathers. Buffalo calf woman dreamt of having brothers. She was an only child, and she didn't have any brothers, and she made these 6 or 7 shirts because she had a vision that one day she would somehow be adopted into a family of brothers. And sure enough, the day comes where these boys, they show up at her lodge. And she goes, hey, are you the 7 brothers I had a vision about? And I go, wait, I don't know. Well, look, come on in. I made some shirts for you. And they were the most beautiful buckskin beaded quill shirts. I don't know. And they fit just right. And they go, oh, yeah, you know what? You must be our sister. And they adopted her. And one of the boys was like, oh, it's too bad she became our sister. You know, she's pretty good looking. But then what happens? Big old buffalo shows up. And he's like, hey, buffalo calf woman. How would you like a real buffalo? I love you. I want to make you my wife. And the brother's like, hey, man, that's sick, man. We're human beings. We're Anishinaabe. We don't marry buffaloes. Go on now. Go get one of your own kind. And the buffalo goes, if I can't have buffalo calf woman, I will. Nobody can have her. And I'm going to run down this lodge and kill everybody. And so he starts storming after the lodge. He's going to run him over. And just then one of the brothers goes, here, quickly. And he shot a magic arrow into a tree. And that tree started to grow. Like Jack and the Beanstalk. And it grew and it grew and it grew. And it went all the way up to the Ishpeming. All the way up to the sky. And the boys, they grabbed their sister and they clung on to one of the branches as it climbed and grew and grew. And they were safe away from that buffalo. But when they went up, they went all the way past the clouds to the top of the sky. And they got out and they were up there and like, oh wow, look at this. We're in the sky. We're in the Ishpeming. But, up here, we will shine brightly and tell the human beings of the seasons. Let's position ourselves into sort of a Big Dipper formation, huh, boys? And at the North Pole there, let's put a buffalo calf woman. We will dance around her all year long, but she can stay in the center. And this is why the North Star, Widinanong, is also sometimes known as the buffalo calf star, woman star. Is it, sweetie? I think you just made that up. Yeah, I think I made that up. But anyway, the buffalo calf woman and her 6 brothers and that Devil's Tower tree all played a part in the story of the Big Dipper. But again, in our story, the sky where the stars are was something you could stand on. Anishinaabe believed the sky was something you could break through, something you could see through. The stars were our ancestors. And something which revolved around us. Like a big glass dome. I think we're kind of like a cake in the bakery on one of those little, what's that called when they make the cake kind of go around? Oh yeah, on a little, what is it called? Some kind of Susie? Yeah, on a lazy Susie or whatever that's called, like Batman's car. That's what the Earth is like. It's probably a flat plane. Like, whatever, with a dome over it. I don't know. But again, I don't know. I don't believe it's a spinning marble in the vastness of made-up space. I don't believe in the International Space Station. But I guess I can't really know for sure unless I were to leave the Earth and then look back at it. Because here's the thing, for some of you young people, you might be wondering, why did they fake the moon landing? I mean, there's so much trouble. I don't know. Why would anybody want to lie to everybody? Well, the thing is, people were, they had developed rockets by the end of the World War II that could shoot way up higher than ever before. And it was the first time in history, never mind what anybody tells you about Copernicus and Galileo. Those guys didn't have rockets. There was no way they could be for sure that the Earth was a ball spinning in space with a magical force called gravity. There's no way they could know that until they had rockets. So Wernher von Braun, Nazi rocket scientist, who later went on to start NASA. When Big Mouth John F. Kennedy decided to go to the moon, they went, oh crap, we've shot rockets up there and it hits the firmament, the Ishpeming, and we can't get through it. It's probably water on the other side. That whole space thing is just a big wives' tale. So when they tried to shoot rockets into outer space, they hit the dome, and then they decided, you know what, let's not tell the world that everything we've been thought was true about outer space and that we're going around a ball of fire once a year, that's all nonsense. And in fact, the sun and the moon are the same size and, move around us. We don't move around them. But they, so they hit it, and then they faked the moon landing to fool the stupid people. And the stupid people believed it for a few years. But only really stupid people still believe it. How about that? Don't say that. You're gonna alienate some of the viewers. You think so? Yeah, a lot of our viewers are stupid. Hey. What's up, John Redcorn? Missy's here. Afternoon, amigos. Oh, sorry, wrong language. Missy comes in spouting Spanish. Hola, amiga. Hello, girl, friend. Hola, chica. Hello, chick. I don't know much Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. 1, 2, 3. Cousin Missy. Where? At John Redcorn? What's John talking about? 8 inches of snow. Oh, no. There's 8 inches of snow where John's at. He's down in the Lower Sioux Indian community. Uh-oh. 8 inches of snow down by Morton, sweetie. Oh, no. Pray for the Metawakanun. Get your money, do. What do the Metawakanans call the Great Spirit? Call him Wakantakan. Wakantakan. How Wakantakan? That's not true, is it? Something like that. Ho Kola. I don't know. We pray that you give strength and courage and perseverance to the and common sense. Don't quit driving around on the roads if there's 8 inches of snow, you guys. But when you say a prayer today, sweetie, can you say a little prayer for the Metawakatans, the Lower Sioux Dakota Oyate? Sure. I like throwing around the very little Ojibwe I know. My grandma was a Metawakatan Lower Sioux. I just like calling people Lower Sioux. The lowly Sioux. They're the Metawakatan Dakota lowly Sioux. Not like the Upper Sioux. Oh, they're the upper crust. I don't know, sweetie. John says, my sister went to jail there back in the day. Oh, really? Up here in Grand Rapids? Hey, I don't think we're going to be seeing our friend for a while. Which one? That crazy lady who shows up. Really? Why? Because I was lurking around the custody pages in the local jails and found out she got arrested. Really? Yeah. Some of you might know we've been getting visits from sort of a local crazy woman. I shouldn't call her crazy, but mentally ill, drug addicted person who I used to know kinda, but not really. Would just show up and, make us uncomfortable. And I started telling her not to come in, but then she came in the last time and it was very awkward and uncomfortable and some weird stuff I don't want to get into. But I've been sort of dreading her just stopping by. She just pops in and has nothing to say and, uses the bathroom and clogs the toilet and stuff. And then, you ever go on those custody pages where you look to see if you have any relatives in jail that weekend? I like to go in Beltrami County just to see kids I used to work with, all grown up. Oh, look what happened to him. Domestic assault. What do you know? But then I hadn't heard from her in a couple of days, and I was cruising around the internets, looking up Walker Jail, Cass County Jail, seeing if I know anybody there, Beltrami County. And sure enough, they're in, where was she? Hubbard County Jail. She was in Park Rapids. She got slapped with a domestic assault and a breaking the order for protection. So this isn't her first offense, and she beat up somebody that was called domestic. I'm just glad she didn't beat me up. Yeah, no kidding. So she's someplace warm with 3 meals a day. And I don't think she'll be asking us for a ride anytime soon. Yeah, okay. Jail, man. I don't know. Missy goes, really? Did she like it? John McCord, yep. Yeah, it's a very nice jail there, Grand Rapids. I worked a little bit with the Grand Rapids law. A couple summers ago, me and my buddy were taking his kids out on sweat lodge ceremonies on a Saturday. What was his name? The guy was really funny. But he worked for the juvenile detention center. Once a week, we could go get the boys and take them out to this beautiful place he had built, a sweat lodge right on the edge of a lake at like a summer camp place that they weren't having campers that year. And we'd go down there and sweat with these teenage boys. And I'd go give some, old man advice. Boys, crime doesn't pay. You go into the sweat lodge and you'll change your ways. I don't know. I got paid to go on sweats. But that was pretty fun. What was that dude's name? I wonder if he ever watches the show. I'm gapping on his name. Do you remember his name, Michael? No, but he probably remembers mine. We're friends on Facebook. Yeah, doggone it. Normally I would know, but I'd say hi. A shout out to you if I could remember. Anyway. Missy says, spent some time there myself back in the 90s. Missy's telling on herself, on her criminal past. John Redcorn's sister was at NanaBOOZHOO's? Don't look at me. Don't get me in trouble with John. Jessica says, good thing she didn't come, ask you to use your phone, and then assault you. Yeah, I know, exactly. A buddy of mine's he knows more about drug culture and gang culture than I do. He's from Turtle Mountain. And he goes, yeah, you got to be careful with those bad girls. Because it may not be them. They may be setting you up for their friends to rob you. But the thing is, like one of the things I kind of like about Native people and don't like at the same time. People have said that Ojibwe people are very tolerant of people with mental illness. We treat people with, eccentric people. Oh, he's just different. Oh, that guy, he's a goofy. Whatever. And it's nice. But also, we've kind of gotten to a point where when a person is... Like, I really didn't know if it was mental illness or drug behavior. It could have just been... Is this what happens when people are on meth for a long time? They can't really respond properly, or they act like a crazy homeless person. You know what I mean. I found myself feeling like I shouldn't call it out. Like, just make her feel comfortable. Oh, okay. Like, she couldn't answer any just common small talk questions. I'm like, so how you been? Oh, yeah. I'd be like, okay. Guess I stumped you with that one. So, what's new? Yeah. Like, are you friends with Hunter Biden? But I don't know. You want to get up here, sweetie? I could. Should we play another song for the nice people? Do we have anything? Oh, I don't know if we do. If they say why... Actually, you know what? Should I go up to the... go to the moon? Do you want to go? You want to teleport to the moon? Yeah, let me teleport to the moon once. I need to get some perspective. I'm going to go up to the moon and talk about that. All right, hang on. Scanning for your coordinates. All right. Just one to teleport. Make it so, number one. Nah. All right, hang on. What? Yep, here we are on the moon. Oh, there's the Earth. Hey, I can see my house from here. I don't know. I gotta fix that white spot. So here we are on the moon. Just like NASA said. Just like you said it would be. Aki. Earth. Deepik. Giza. Sun. The Earth and the Sun. What can I say about the moon? They say the moon has 1/6 the gravity. So if you weighed 180 pounds on Earth, you would only weigh 30 pounds on the moon. So that would mean you would feel like you were underwater or something. You'd be super strong. You could jump. If you could jump 1 foot, which is probably a pretty good vertical actually. Well, let's say you can jump a foot in the air. 1 foot. On the moon, you should be able to jump 6 feet. You know, jump the height of your own whatever. So you see those old videos of the NASA guys bouncing around. Like, oh, look at those guys bouncing. And then they speed it up twice the size, and you're like, oh, they just slowed down. They're doing that special effect that Sting did on that one music video, wrapped around your finger or whatever. I'll be wraps around your finger. Anyway, how come I can hear fire all the way up here from the Earth? That must be some loud. There we go. The silence of space, outer space. It's breathtaking. And it would be because it's a vacuum, apparently. They don't like to go into too much detail. But they say, well, there's no atmosphere on the moon. They don't have a, ozone layer on the moon. But there is gravity. Let's say 1/6 the gravity. Because it's smaller. Now, there's no experiment you can do on the Earth to measure gravity. You can't measure, there's never been an experiment where they said, okay, here's a wrecking ball and a marble. Let's measure the relative gravitational pull difference, because a wrecking ball should have a lot more gravity than a marble. No, they say, nope, there's no gravity for anything until you get to the size of, I guess, at least the moon. It's got to be as big as the moon before you have any gravity. Nothing on Earth will have a gravitational pull of its own. Gravity is a theory that Einstein came up with that said, yeah, the reason why the moon falls around the Earth over and over again, never crashes in or floats away. It's got a gravitational pull. It's in a sweet spot where it don't float away and it doesn't crash into the Earth. It's gravity. The closer you get to the moon, the more the gravity. That's why stuff drops, except clouds. And it's so subtle that a butterfly's wings isn't affected by it. But, everything else, except for mist, butterflies, helium balloons, clouds. You know, those things, gravity has no effect. Is what they tell us in school. But I don't know. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. Anyway. It's really cold on the moon. Like 230 below zero or something. They must have some heater in those space outfits. I guess that's what the backpack's for. It's a really super, snowmobile outfit. With except when it's in the sun, then it's like hotter than in an oven. Is what they tell us. Like thousands of degrees or something. And the story is they landed here 6 times in 3 years, every 6 months. Not that big of a deal to shoot off a rocket ship into space, fly it to the moon, separate, drop 2 guys onto the moon, and then shoot off again from the moon, and then connect again with the flying spaceship that's orbiting the moon and fly back home. They did that 6 times in 3 years during the Nixon administration. And President Johnson, I guess, was the first one. And then Nixon. In the late 60s, early 70s, it was apparently really easy to shoot rockets off. I mean, sure, they would have hundreds of thousands of people involved. You know, designing and all the astronauts and everything. It was a huge deal to shoot off a rocket 6 times in 3 years. Manned spacecraft from the moon. When you land on the Earth, or on the moon, and you want to shoot off from the moon, you don't even need a crew. It's just easy. You just fly up. It's different on the Earth for some reason. Or maybe they could be full of doo-doo muwan. Doo-doo muwan. Look it up, English speakers. All right. Bloop. Hello. Hi, sweetie. Can you hear me all the way up here on the moon? I sure can. Would you teleport me home? You got it. Why'd you teleport? Thank you, sweetie. Make it so. Okay, hang on. Hey, welcome home. Thank you, sweetie. You want to get up here? Sure. All right. I'm going to let Natasha get up here. Here is a message from somebody. Ooh, somebody. Can anybody find me something to play? Hey, speaking of aliens, should I play I thought we had a alien video. What about that guy? I forget what it's called. The Area 51 stuff. Yeah, do you still have that? I thought I did. No, I can't find it. Okay, here's wait. Here's evidence of a flat Earth. You got a cute way of talking. You've got the better of me. Just snap my fingers and I'm walking. Hanging on, la-dee-dee. Let me put this behind me. Hi, everybody. You put a spell on me. Hoka, hey, la-dee-dee. You make me feel like dancing. I want to dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. I feel like dancing, woo, dancing the night away. So yeah, the camera technology really did a lot. Here's the curvature of the Earth, what they say. They say that every mile is 8 inches squared. So 2 miles would be like 32 inches, 3 miles, 72 inches. Then you get these roads, they just go off into the... It's insane. But water always finds its level. You know, the ocean is just flat as far as you can see. You'll never see a curved ocean. This is one of those canals. Anyway. You make me feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Woo! Dance the night away. What happened to the fire? I think it's under like Office 1 or Office 3 or something. There it is. So how you guys doing on this Friday afternoon? It's pretty chilly. Well, it's not that bad. I think it's like 14 degrees. Yeah, it's 14 degrees. I mean, it's cold by the rest of the Earth standards, but by Bemidji standards. Pipes froze again this morning. I know, that was weird. It didn't even get below 0, but the pipe still froze. Yeah. I'm just glad we found out about the hair dryer. Yeah, that always works. Yeah. Hey, Surrealist is here. BOOZHOO! Surrealist. How's it going, my sister? My sister from another mister. You think Surrealist is a woman? Yeah, I do, but I don't know why. Surrealist says, there are no cloudy days on the moon. That's right. No clouds on the moon. They say. But when I look at that moon, it's never made any sense to me. Seeing it during the day, sometimes it looks like you can see right through it. Sometimes it looks kind of like a disc. I don't even think it's round or like a ball. You know, I'm going with the Bible explanation. It's a light. Whatever that means. It just looks, I don't know. How about this picture? Now the Chinese claim they took a picture, a photograph of the Earth from the other side of the moon. That's the dark side of the moon. Pink Floyd said there was no dark side of the moon. Yeah, they said it's all dark. Yeah. But here's a picture of a photograph from the Chinese NASA agency or whatever of the moon. I don't know what kind of spaceship they flew in outer space. But, you know, okay. That's kind of what you picture. But then when you go on the Earthrise picture, oh, look at me, I'm back on the moon. Then you go, wait. So what is it? Is the Earth little from the moon or big? Yeah. You make me feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Woo! Missy says, Einstein's experiment of a feather and a rock in a tube. Yeah. You ever see that? Oh, this is a feather. Look, they both fell at the same rate. What? How come the astronauts never do their training in a vacuum tube? You know, they show like they suck all the air out of a thing in one of those vacuum chambers, and it just crushes metal into it. It's like, yeah, they don't want to die. Oh, no, thank you. Instead of doing our training in vacuum chambers, we're going to train underwater. What? Why? How is that anything like being in the weightlessness of a vacuum? You should get in the vacuum chamber. No. I don't want to be crushed to death. But wouldn't that happen to you up in outer space? I don't know. Jim Dunn says, don't forget to go to your eye doctor appointment, Natasha. Yeah, I better get my glasses checked. I can't tell. Is the Earth little or big? I guess the Earth's big from the moon. Or maybe it's little from the moon. Because this is definitely a real photograph. You know. Anyway, sweetie. Sunny day, la 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 la. You want to take a call, sweetie? Oh, sure, I'll take a call. What line? On line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air.
Yo, Natasha, how you doing?
Well, hi, Sly. Sweetie, it's Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, bonjour, Mr. Stallone. Yeah, you can call me Sly. Listen, Natasha, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind too much if I could ask you for a favor.
Yeah, sure. What would you like, Sly?
I was wondering if I could learn the Ojibwe word of the day.
Yeah, you can learn the Ojibwe word of the day. Today is Friday. We call it Nano-Geisha Good, the 5th day.
Nano-Geisha Good. The 5th, that's how you say Friday, huh?
Yeah, it sure is. Nano-Geisha Good, Friday. And we were talking about aliens. And Earth. Earth is Aki.
Aki.
Yeah, Aki means Earth. It's also means the dirt. Aki, but Earth. And then we had Anishinaabe.
Anishinaabe, that means Indian, right?
Well, it can mean Indian, but it actually sort of means a human being or a person. And Anishinaabe is a person.
Anishinaabe. Yeah, okay.
And then Ishpeming, in the sky. And Nanaboozhoo told a story about, I think her name was Buffalo Calf Woman. That sounds kind of weird, but... And her brothers who went up and became the Big Dipper and Polaris, or the North Star.
Yeah, Ishpeming. It's really interesting. I sure like your Ojibwe language.
Well, thank you, Sly. And then we played a song called Earthling Son, which we could have called Aki Anishinaabe Ngozis. Or Ngozis Aki Anishinaabe, my son, the Earth person.
Ngozis, that's my son. Yeah, I put my son in one of my movies.
That's right, you put your actual son. But then you got a better actor for the next one, huh?
Yeah, he didn't make it,
That must have been an awkward conversation.
When I had to cut him from the movie, yeah, he wasn't too happy. But, I gave him $1 million and said, hey, go do something.
Yeah, I suppose your son is a millionaire, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't do nothing. I had to work my way up, but my son, he was born, he was a movie star son. You don't know what it's like to grow up poor and have to fight.
Yeah, doesn't know what it's like to grow up poor and have to fight. Anyway, so how's everything else going in your life?
Oh, not too bad. I got up early this morning, I grabbed my dog Butt Kiss, and we went for a run. And when I got to the Philadelphia place, I ran up the stairs, and then I jumped up and down. I was like, yeah, I did it! Adrian, we did it! And then I came home, and I fed the turtles.
Yeah.
And my turtles' names are Cuff and Link.
That's right, you still have those turtles.
Yeah, I sure love my pets. my dog, and my my turtles.
Yeah, huh? Well, listen, Sly, I should get going.
All right. Hey, how do you say I'll see you again in Ojibwe?
Well, we say, Giga Waba Min Minawa.
Well then, Gigawaba Min Minawa, Natasha.
Yep, Giga Waba Min Minawa, Sly.
Yo, Nanaboozhoo.
Yeah, what is it?
Gigawaba Min Minawa.
Yeah, you too, Sly. Giga Waba Min, Minawa.
See you later, Sly.
Yeah, forget about it.
Sylvester Stallone.
I know. One of my favorites.
I know, you love him.
I do.
Ba 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 la 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 do 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 na na na. Should I go outside? Put out some tobacco?
You want to go say a prayer?
Yeah.
All right. Scanning for your coordinates.
Okay.
1 to teleport outside.
Make it so, number 1. No.
Okay, hang on.
Isn't it working?
I'm trying. Wiggle the thing and push and hold the button at the same time, right?
Yeah. Wiggle the thingy but pulley and then push.
Wiggle first and then... Oh, there you go.
Hey everybody. Oh, it's pretty out here. The sun's out. Better grab some Asema. Grab a little tobacco. Tobacco. Asema. Or Osema. Or Sema. Whatever, depending on where you come from. I think when we go to our live show, I'm going to do a full tobacco offering ceremony with the 4 directions and Gitchimandu and Mother Earth and all that. But for today, I'm just going to offer some tobacco to the Great Spirit. So I like to start. Gitchimanadu, Great Spirit. Taka otapanani we asema. Please accept my tobacco. Gitchimanadu. Miigwech wa'au b'madaziyan. Thank you for my life. Miigwech ga'iji we'buk. Thank you for the weather. Miigwech ga'iji kakina keku ga'iji chikea nungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech ga'iji gishakuk. Thank you for this day. Miigwech for the memories. Kichimanatu. Taka we duka wishin. Ando menawe nungum. Please help me to speak well today. Miigwech for everything. Thank you for providing for us. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my cat's health. Thank you for getting the pickup started. Pickup started up. Couldn't believe it. Thank you for the money from from Surrealist. Miigwech, by the way. Thank you that we can go buy groceries and anything we need today. Thank you for directing my life. Thank you for the funny jokes and the good songs and for the BOOZHOO crew. And thank you for our live stream. It's really fun to do. Please please continue to give us some ideas for the show. Help us to be funny and informative and entertaining and whatever else. Whatever you want me to do, please inspire me to want to do the thing you want me to do. I guess. Be inge. Madapanani wiasema. Miigwech pizadawi egg. Amen. Accept my tobacco. Thanks for listening.
Oh, you're very welcome, my daughter.
Well, hi, Gitchimanadu. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I am omnipresent, and I am all-knowing.
Omnipresent and omniscient.
Omniscient, and oh, you're so bright, Nindonis.
Yeah, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, great spirit.
Bonjour crew. How are ye?
Hey, guess what?
I have sent Shirilis to give you $100, I know.
Surrealist, you really don't need to do this. Miigwech, thank you so much for your super generous, ridiculously generous super chats. I really appreciate it.
Hey, give me some of the glory. I sent her.
Oh, thank you, Kichimanadu, for sending people like Surrealist and everybody in the BOOZHOO crew at some point. Except Jim Dunn. He doesn't give us anything. But be quiet, Surrealist. I really appreciate it. And, Kichimanadu, let me just say in front of these people, thank you for showing me that prayer actually works.
Well, Nindonis, all you needed to do was ask. I've been waiting around to help you out.
That's really the deal, you guys. I'm just going to say this thing, not to cut you off. But 2 years ago, I was telling this to somebody recently. I had sort of started praying again on a regular. I was really depressed and really just, at the end of my rope again. And I finally sat down and put out some tobacco and I smudged down and I got on my knees and I prayed and I asked Kichimanadu here. I said, is there any way that we can do this show for a living? I'm sorry for even asking this. I don't think I deserve not to work a full-time job. But if there's any way that you can provide for us so we can do the show every day, that'd be great. Well, it wasn't 24 hours later. A little voice, it seemed, or probably you, whispered into my ear, GoFundMe. I was like, what? That's embarrassing. My house hasn't burned down. I don't have any medical bills. But I looked up GoFundMe, and sure enough, it was like, yeah, sometimes people raise money for movies, TV pilots, for books, for whatever creative stuff. And boom, $2,000 2 days later. Somehow, and I think it's you, people have found us and are supporting us like Surrealist. It not only does it keep the lights on and buys groceries and cat food and cat litter and stuff. And maybe that's maybe that's the most important part. But I want you to know, Surrealist and anybody else, your support of the show also makes my childhood dreams come true. When I was a little girl, I just wanted to be a silly goose. I just wanted to tell jokes, sing songs, draw pictures, make people laugh, talk about stuff, pretend. I used to love to play pretend. I would just pretend I was somebody all the time. Sometimes I was, oh, look at me, I'm Spider Girl or whatever. Oh, I'm going to pretend I'm this person today. But the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast, it lets me pretend and perform, and it really feels like, not that I'm on a mission from God, but I feel like I'm being inspired and supported by God's people, by Kichimanadu's inner circle or something.
It's true, Nindonis.
Well, miigwech, I do appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go home, okay?
All right. I will see you again, me daughter. Gigawaba min, minawa, Nindonis.
Gigawaba min, minawa, Kichimanadu. All right, Kichimanadu, you guys.
Bloop. Okay, hello.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, you want to come back?
Yeah, we got another $100.
What? No way.
Yeah, Surrealist.
Miigwech Surrealist. All right, let me scan for your coordinates.
Okay.
1 to teleport.
Okay, now remember, shake the wire at the same time you're pushing the button.
Shake, and same time pushing the button and hold the button, right?
Yep.
All right, hang on.
Make it so.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you, sweetie.
It's really another $100?
Yeah. It's getting out of hand.
I know, it's insane.
Part of me, I was telling Missy this the other day, part of me hopes it's like a little kid who stole their mother's cash card.
Yeah, what if it is?
Hey, Share Realist, if it turns out you've stolen your mom's cash card, let us know. We'll get the money back to you. But otherwise, me, watch. All right, sweetie. Well, you got anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's probably good.
Okay. Michael, you want to add anything?
Just tell them about PayPal one more time.
All right. If you'd like to support the show, we have a Patreon page where you can support a little bit every month. We also have a PayPal where you can give us a tip. We also have the GoFundMe, which was an inspired message from God to put it up. Is the only reason we have it. And then Michael has books for sale like Dog and Maingun. It's a counting book to 10 and Ojibwe mowing. Otherwise, if you boys have nothing else to add,
Nope, go for it.
I want to say, Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for listening. And Miigwech Bizendawi Egg. Thank you for listening. And Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO.
Okay, miigwech.
And this is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. See you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Sweetie, one to teleport.
Hang on.
Make it so, number one. Nah.